The heart of your teams. The heart of Atlanta. Valley Sports South and Valley Sports Southeast. The heart of the fan.
World champion Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. For one final time, we join you from beautiful San Francisco, California and Oracle Park. It is the third final and rubber game of this three-game series with the Braves and the Giants. With Atlanta's win and the Mets' loss last night, we begin play today just a half game behind the Mets in this very exciting National League Eastern Division race. Hi again, friends. Chip and Jeff, great to be with you. Kelly Crow will be along in just a moment. Partner, it's been a successful road trip for Atlanta so far, but I think I speak for everybody. We're ready to get home. Let's do it with a win today.
I was going to say much better 5-3 with the win. When you look at this trip, you knew coming in it was going to be a long one. It's the West Coast, it's late in the season. And so far, the Braves done a pretty darn good job. Look at offensively. You face two really good staffs in the Mariners and this San Francisco team, and all they've done is average over 5 runs a game. Of course, they flex their muscles with the power, 12 home runs. And they have been hitting with runners in scoring position. Michael Harris, Ronald Acuna, Dansby Swanson, the big night last night. Hopefully they can have another big day. And, of course, the pitching staff has done their job. The one I want to start off is down at the bottom. The bullpen has done a nice job for this Braves team in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th innings. You see the opponent average just over 200. Again, it's a good matchup for Charlie Moore. This is not a powerful hitting Giants team. Hopefully a good combination of this can make it a 5-3 road trip, and you go home and you put the pressure back on the Mets as they play after us tonight.
Carlos Rodon is on the mound for the Giants, so two of the best strikeout artists will square off in the final game of this series in San Francisco. And hopefully the Braves youngsters who've dubbed themselves the Troublemakers. Vaughn Grissom, Michael Harris II. A very special and fun chat coming up next here as the Braves and Giants get set for the finale on Valley Sports.
Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity. And by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
Another perfect day in San Francisco for the Braves and the Giants. Atlanta featuring two 21-year-old rookies, Michael Harris and Vaughn Grissom. The duo calls themselves the Troublemakers. Let's meet them.
All right, who am I here with today?
The Money Mike.
Money Mike. What's your real name, maiden name?
Michael Harris II.
Interesting. Well, first question. Do you enjoy being from Atlanta and, playing for the Braves and, getting to wear this this wonderful city's colors?
Of course. I mean, Atlanta is the best city for sports, period. I mean, and growing up here and playing for the best team in the league, I mean, how can I not have fun? And I'm sitting here next to you and playing with these great guys.
If you could grow up in any other city and wear any other team's colors, being from that city, what team would it be?
Could never trade on Atlanta. I love Atlanta too much.
This was the answer we were looking for. This is perfect. How old were you when you hit your first home run?
I was about, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 on the T-ball.
Let's clear this up. Over the fence home run.
On like 5, 6.
This is Money Mike, guys. This is the real deal. The first 5 or 6-year-old to ever hit a home run over a fence. This is ridiculous. If I didn't know you and you just wanted to tell me, one interesting fact or maybe 2 interesting facts about you, what would you tell me first?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really. I'll let you know I'm a almost elite bowler.
This is true. I've almost seen a 300 game out of this guy. Maybe, next year, 2 years from now, you get in the All-Star game and you challenge Mookie Betts to a game of bowling. This sounds good.
That would be nice.
Yes.
I mean, he has a few under his belt, so I'm not quite there yet. Well, he has a couple 300 games, I think.
Shout out Mookie. What's your favorite pregame meal?
Uncrustables.
Do you have a sponsorship by any chance?
No, I mean, but I'm not backing down for one, so.
I'm letting you know right now that he should be having a sponsorship with how much he eats this because he loves it. Pre-game meal every day. It's Money Mike. He needs some boxes in his locker by tomorrow, you know? How many home runs did you hit in high school?
Oh, man. I didn't hit any my junior or sophomore year, I don't think.
Neither did I, guys. You see, you really don't need to, okay? Home runs are overrated. You can wait till your senior year, second to last game to hit one, and you'll get drafted. It's fine.
Yeah. Maybe a total of 10, maybe?
10 is still 9 more than what I had. So you still have to do some work, you know? If you could go back, do you wish you could throw a little bit harder so you could be a pitcher, or do you like hitting them over the fence?
You don't have to throw hard to pitch.
Another key answer from Money Mike. See, all these kids are trying to hit 100 and they can't hit the zone. So, Money Mike just teaches you right there, you can throw 80s too and get it in the zone and you get some outs too. Who and why is your funniest teammate, and why, again, is it me?
I mean, it's you because you don't try to. I mean, it's just your brain doesn't allow you to not be funny.
Come on, who's the sheriff? Who's the general right now on the team?
I think Dansby's the sheriff.
Dansby is the sheriff. I agree with this, yeah. Definitely the sheriff. He arrests you and everything. But fine you $1, you know, dollar fines. I'm down in the hole. I haven't made $1 yet. Would you rather A, hit a home run, or B, steal a home run or rob a home run?
B. Doesn't happen every day. I mean, you can go up there and hit a home run every day, but you don't get an opportunity to rob a home run.
Not everyone can hit a home run every day. Okay.
No, you see a home run hit every day. You don't see not like that.
Understood.
Okay. not like Trout, but
yeah. Wow. Shout out Trout, you know. Infield or outfield?
Outfield. Easily.
Why?
Easily. I mean, it's just.
Why?
It's better. It's just, I mean, there's nobody around. You're in your thoughts. You can talk to yourself.
Oh.
I don't know. You got more time to react.
Do you remember when I hit a triple off you in your last travel ball game that you ever played that you went home to?
I can confirm you hit a triple, but it was not off of me. I was somewhere in the outfield.
Dude just looked just like you, huh?
I was somewhere in the gap going to get that ball, so no.
He still to this day says it wasn't him. To finish it up, who is best dressed on the team on the Atlanta Braves?
Me.
Oh, besides you. Come on, there's got to be someone.
Acuna has some pretty expensive shoes.
I was going to say Darren O'Day. Seen some shoes I like. Dude, he's got some good ones. But Acuna, there you have it. That'll be it for today, folks.
I see a future career for Vaughn Grissom once his playing days are done, and hopefully that dynamic duo for the Braves will be troublemakers against Carlos Rodon. He and Charlie Morton lock horns in Game 3 from Oracle Park in San Francisco right after this.
Your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. By the All-South Highway Safety Team. Always wear your seatbelt. And by Kaiser Permanente. And the NASCAR playoffs at Talladega Speedway, October 1st and 2nd. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSpeedway.com.
Man, it has been great to see Braves country all over the western United States for this three-city road trip, which comes to, at long last, a close on a beautiful day today here at Oracle Park in San Francisco. As Jeff mentioned, it's a winning road trip for the Braves, a chance to make it even more so if they can take 2 out of 3 and win their second game in a row against the Giants here this afternoon. A different look to the Toyota starting lineup today. Ronald Acuna Jr. will be on both sides of the baseball. He will play the outfield as well as lead off for Brian Snitker. Dansby Swanson, a 3 RBI game last night. Got to get Riley and Olsen going. They're slumping a bit. Hope you enjoyed Michael Harris and Vaughn Grissom, that great feature put together by Kelly Cole moments ago. And Robbie Grossman, with a 7 RBI road trip, will be the 9th place hitter for Atlanta. And as you know, Jeff, any offense is going to have its hands full with this man, Carlos Rodon, second in the National League in strikeouts.
Yeah, and you see he's pitched really well here at Oracle Park. Good place for him. Fastball pitcher. He's coming at you with 2 pitches. He's got a 4-seam fastball that is legit, sits 97, 98, and a really good slider that he backs foot to those right-handed hitters. So tough hombre for this Braves offense, but he is lefty, and the Braves have done good damage against lefties.
Indeed, they have. The Braves are 32-14 this year against left-handed starters, and they saw Rodon for the first time head-to-head back in Atlanta on June 22nd. He was tough, 10 strikeouts, 1 run, 7 innings, but he earned a no decision back in that 4-game series where the Braves took 3 out of 4. So to win 2 out of 3 today in San Francisco, Jeff, what are your 4 keys?
Put the ball in play. 4 out of his last 5 starts have been double-digit strikeouts. So, get action, make that defense make plays. And for Charlie, like June, he pitched a great game against him. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, and had 11 strikeouts himself.
We know how focused this Braves team has been, pitch by pitch, inning by inning, game by game. How hard is it as a player looking ahead to getting home after this very long 3-city trip and knowing you've got all your games left within the division coming up?
Well, and that's where, Dansby, Austin Riley, some of these veterans tell the guys, hey, lock it up, give us 3 more hours. Then after that, you're at home or you're on the East Coast in the division, so you know what you have left. Just get this 1 more game. If you can do that, boy, with the Mets playing tonight, you really can put a lot of pressure on them.
And second question before first pitch, how differently does this ballpark play in the daytime?
Well, the ball carries obviously a lot better. It's not as cool as it is. But still, the toughest part of this thing, fly balls a lot of times. You get a high sky, the wind blowing, which it is today as usual, so it can be tough on outfielders.
First pitch on the ground to short. Ronald Acuna grounds to Brandon Crawford, and we are underway.
First pitch, 12:37.
.69 degrees at first pitch. A perfect day for baseball here in San Francisco. And here's Dansby.
Gorgeous.
Five RBIs in the series for the Braves shortstop, who's 1 RBI, Jeff, away from matching his career high set last year. And he swings at the first one, pops it up. Right side, Wilmer Flores. And a pitcher's dream, 2 outs on the first 2 pitches of the game.
I guess they've taken me literally on my 4 keys, put the ball in play because they're coming out and doing it. I got to imagine here Austin Riley is going to take a pitch. But that'd be awesome. It'd be pretty cool if he swung.
And Rodon's thinking he's not going to swing.
No way
I'm going to groove one, and
yeah.
Riley takes him out.
And so Riley's thinking, look, I got to be ready first pitch.
And sure enough,
yeah,
he takes strike 1. Brian Knight, by the way, the home plate umpire on this breezy day in San Francisco. Austin Riley hitting .280 on the year. He's up to 90 RBIs. 2 of them have come on this road trip. This is the part of the lineup that's cooled just a bit out here on the West Coast. Riley and Olsen have combined for 7 hits. And it's 1-2. Rodon coming off a tough luck loss to the Cubs. He struck out 11, gave up 2 runs, and pitched 5 1/3 innings. Just above the tomahawk for the Braves third baseman Austin Riley. Big year for Rodon. He's an all-star, and he has an opt-out clause in his contract. I would imagine, Jeff, there will be a ton of suitors for this guy.
So people were kind of surprised he didn't get traded, but I guess did not get the right offer.
A swing and a miss. Riley is down on strikes, and Rodon has 213 of those on the year. Charlie Morton goes to work. No score after a half inning. Charlie Morton goes for his 9th win today. Morton 6th in the National League in strikeouts, and the Giants looking for their 69th victory. They're 68 and 74 on the year. Lamont Wade leads off their Toyota starting lineup. Mike Yastrzemski, Wilmer Flores, Jock Peterson has been hot. The Braves have cooled him off, and hopefully Charlie has good stuff, as he did in his last outing when he beat the Mariners over 6 1/3 innings up in Seattle.
Yeah, and only threw 91 pitches, so you got to feel like he is fresh and ready to go.
Wade skies one out of play, and he's behind 0-1 and looking for his first hit of the series.
And how great was that hit with Vaughn Grissom and Michael Harris? That was good.
2 kids having the times of their lives. At 21 years old.
Yeah, should. They
having
should.
success on a world championship team. So again, our thanks to Kelly Kroll. Job well done getting that feature put together for us. And Esther Summersill too, editing that great work from Vaughn and Michael before game 3 here today. Lamont Wade, a ball and 2 strikes. There's that prototypical back foot breaking ball, and Charlie Morton hits another left-hand hitter with it. 16 hit batsmen for Morton this year. And an inauspicious start for the Braves right-hander as Wade reaches with a 2-strike hit by pitch. That's on the thigh.
Tell you what, though, I want to see possible side angle there. I'll be honest with you, I think he might have win. Let's take a look. Played a pretty good amount, didn't he?
We've seen Les call a strike. So Charlie has to work out of the stretch with Mike Yastrzemski. He's having a much better September after some big-time offensive trouble since June 1st.
Good job by Charlie getting him on that fastball up, because he is. There's one thing we've seen him struggle over years: off-speed stuff. Would look for him to get a steady diet of high fastballs and curveballs down.
Braves shift 3 defenders on the infield for Yastrzemski, and that's sprayed out a play foul. Last night the Braves turned 2 double plays in their 5-1 victory. Dansby had a huge night with a homer, 3 RBIs. Kyle Wright earned his 18th victory to pace all major league starters. Minter, McHugh, Iglesias, and Jansen were nearly perfect in relief.
No bigger double play than Adrianza starting that one in the 7th inning.
Adrianza's first start for the Braves since August 7th, and he started 2 double plays at second base in game 2, and Yastrzemski tips that into the glove of William Contreras, and Charlie Morton has his first strikeout. And he had 11 of them against the Giants back at Truist Park.
You speed him up with those fastballs up, and then you come with that. That's the curveball he was trying to throw Wade to start the game.
Wilmer Flores got a 2-year contract extension. He's having a super year for San Francisco. 18 homers and 65 RBIs. This is career game number 999 for Wilmer. Braves have held him down. He is 0 for 5 at the plate. One ball, one strike. Both these clubs would like a quick game today. The Braves, for obvious reasons, we get to go home. The Giants wrapping up 14 games in 13 days. And they have the Western champion Dodgers coming into town after a day off tomorrow. And that's right. With 3 weeks left in the regular season, the Dodgers have already clinched the Western Division. Gabe Kapler's club trying to rally and finish above 500. In the air to right, Ronald's chased back. And at the edge of the warning track, he'll have room. Good to see Ronald back out in right field. And there's his first chance here in the first inning.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of what you talk about with the day game. At a night game right there, that right fielder's not really moving back too much. Whereas a day game, like I said, the ball will go a little more.
You've played right field in this ballpark a lot. What has changed and what's the biggest challenge here?
Well, the fence in right center was shortened a little bit over there by Triples Alley. It's still a huge area out there, but with that being said, there's just a lot of room to cover out there. And if you see it high, you kind of hold back because that brick, it's going to come back at you hard.
So Jock Peterson, the hitter, with one aboard, 2 outs. Jock Peterson is 1 for 5 in the series and takes the strike. Peterson leads the Giants with 22 home runs. And Charlie's quickly ahead of him with 2 strikes. On this road trip, the Braves pitching staff averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. Morton has 1 here in the first inning. He's got Jock set up 0-2. Fouled away left side. We'll try again. Travis d'Arnaud and Spencer Strider looking on, watching Charlie Morton work in his 28th start of the year.
All right, Jock.
Very short lead by Wade at first. And Peterson putting up a big fight here. That's 3 or 4 foul balls in this sequence. Did he go? They say he went around. Jock Peterson is going to be rung up, and Contreras is going to come tag him out. First base was occupied, and that should be the end of the inning. If you swing at the pitch and it hits you, it's still a strike, and that's the story. Peterson doesn't run, and Charlie Morton and the Braves are out of trouble in the opening inning. 2 strikeouts for the Braves right-hander, and we move to the second inning. No score. Jock Peterson. San Francisco, Matt Olson, one of 2 straight left-hand hitters in the lineup for the Braves. Robbie Grossman as well can switch hit. He'll bat right-handed against the Giants left-hander later. And the first pitch on the ground, and Crawford behind the second base bag. The peg to first in time. And when you're going like Matt is going, that's what happens to you. Early in the count swing, and Brandon Crawford to his left takes away the first Atlanta hit.
Thought this was going to sneak up the middle on Crawford and then to turn around and make a good solid throw over to J.D. Davis. Good play.
But Rodon, 3 first pitch outs so far in the game. J.D. Davis with a nice scoop. William Contreras is the 5th place Atlanta hitter. He's 1 for 7 on the road trip. And that's the ripple effect of Ronald playing DH. Braves have used others in that spot, and that's cut into Williams' DH duty time, where he was an all-star for the National League this year. That's up and away. 2 balls and a strike. 17 homers for Contreras. He's on pace to hit 20 this year. Trying to chase down Brian McCann, who hit 20 homers as an Atlanta backstop back in 2013.
That's his pitch right there. He tries to get that fastball kind of up and then drops that slider on you from the same spot.
Second strikeout for Rodon. 2 are out in the second, and Michael Harris will be your hitter. Michael's having a great road trip. 3 homers, 7 runs, 7 RBIs. But with a lefty-lefty matchup, he'll have his hands full today.
You can see the approach. We talked about it. They're trying to get that fastball early. Now you just got to find some holes.
Harris 3 for 8 in the series with an RBI. Served out of play for strike 2. Giants play Michael as a pull hitter. Now they'll shift with a 2-strike count. VR, the third baseman, moves to the right side of the diamond. Crawford at shortstop. Michael a ton of room down the left field line, and we've seen him spray the ball that way a lot. Let's see if he can do it here. Pretty good pitch, and he fought it off to stay alive.
Well, we've seen Michael numerous times get deep into the count and shoot that ball to left center, especially versus someone that is throwing with a higher velocity.
On the ground foul. Eric Young with a nice play.
Curveball. They'll throw that about 5% of the time.
Just enough to keep you honest. Michael Harris was 0 for 2 against Rodon back in Atlanta June 22nd. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. 6 up, 6 down for Rodon in a scoreless Game 3 in San Francisco.
Here as we head to the bottom of the second in San Francisco, Ronald Acuna Jr. headed back out to right field, getting his first start out there since August 26th. And in speaking to Brian Snitker this morning, he said he feels good, especially when he's running, and that's something they continue to keep an eye on. But they wanted to find him a day to get him out there, guys, and this one was the perfect one just because they have the day off tomorrow. He can rest up, and moving forward, it'll be a day-to-day evaluation of just how he feels and how best to monitor his workload so he is at his best come postseason.
Great report, Kelly. And again, great to see him out there.
Yeah, it is.
Game 3.
And when you're facing lefties like that and you're going to play Marcell Ozuna, it's obviously a lot better to have Grossman in left field and Acuna in right. And hopefully, as we said, as you get closer to the playoffs, maybe you'll start to see him play right field more.
David Villar leads off the San Francisco second. Brandon Crawford, J.D. Davis are coming up for the Giants here in Game 3.
Yeah.
Power hitting prospect for the Giants, but not here. Morton has his third strikeout and a good start to the second inning. So both pitchers, Jeff, doing what we thought they would. Both top 10 strikeout artists, both have 3 so far today.
And it goes to show you they got good stuff because both teams, these hitters are coming out swinging early in the count, yet both teams are finding themselves 0-2, 1-2 early.
Brandon Crawford hitting .226. He's got a couple of hits in the series, both of them the opposite way. And trying to shoot one past Dansby Swanson, who's the lone defender between second and third base here. I think the Giants will be a fascinating team to follow this offseason. How do they rebuild this club and move closer to being that 107-win team that they were last year? Age certainly played a role. Injuries played a role, and offensive struggles. One of the big stories for the Giants hierarchy. Their pitching's been excellent.
Yeah, look, their pitching's fine. Middle part of their bullpen probably could use some strength, but they got to get younger and athletic. They just have to.
Back to the mound. That should be no trouble for Morton, who has it for out number 2. And J.D. Davis is the hitter. Well, one of the names that's been rumored coming out west is Aaron Judge of the Yankees. Talk about young, athletic, and powerful, and a face of a franchise kind of player. If the Yankees can't come to terms with Aaron Judge, could you imagine him here in San Francisco?
Man,
he makes any park look small.
I was going to say, look, it's not ideal for a hitter, but at the same time, a lot of the balls he hits gone anyways. Biggest difference for him would be right field at Yankee Stadium compared to right field here.
Little different, isn't it?
You're not getting any cheapies here.
No. J.D. Davis came over in the Darren Ruff deal with the Mets. Davis 9 homers, 28 driven in. That's scalded but foul. And that one doesn't make the cove. It ricochets back into the stands. Braves fan made a great catch.
I'd imagine there's a lot of boats out there today in the bay.
Yeah, I've got the kayaks, got a couple of yachts out there.
Good day to be out there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Charlie Reddy with his 1-2. It's a line drive into left, a breaking ball. Davis didn't miss it. And he has the first base hit of the ball game, second base runner for San Francisco.
Yeah, that one kind of hung on Charlie, backed up. See him trying to go down and away, and that one backed up, and base hit for J.D. Davis.
That brings up Willie Calhoun. Calhoun came over from the Rangers. He was originally in the Dodgers system when Gabe Kapler was in charge of the minor league operations for Los Angeles. Calhoun was traded for Yu Darvish back in the day. Now San Francisco taking a chance on Mr. Calhoun, who's batting .143 on the year. Good ratio for Morton. 3 strikeouts for him. He's allowed just 1 hit. Change up off the plate makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Braves gave up a first inning run last night, then scored the last 5. Don't want to give up an early run with Rodon in opposition, as good as he's been. So let's see if Charlie can take care of the 8th place hitter with a 3-2 count.
Yeah, you figured early, especially first 5-6 innings, good chance to be a low scoring game, and for the Braves the advantage if you can keep it right, you know, 0-0, 1-0, 1-1, you feel good about Braves offense facing that bullpen.
Runner at first goes, and the pitch fouled away. The problem with that is you don't want to get to 2 strikes against Rodon, and of the first 6 hitters he's faced, he's gotten 3 outs on 1 pitch.
Yeah.
So it is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Got to work the count.
That's a good point.
But you don't want to get to 2 strikes.
Might get to 8 innings before you get to the bullpen.
Again, the 3-2. And this one hammered down the line near the pole, but that's going to end up off the brick wall foul. And Morton will try again. I think one thing we've noticed about the Giants in the season series against the Braves, this is not a big power-packed offensive team, but they fight you. They will foul pitches off and hope to get a mistake. Check swing, and there's a break. That might have been ball 4. And Davis won't have to get his running in after this game. Ball 4. Charlie loses Willie Calhoun. So Austin Wynns, the catcher, is the 9th place hitter. He'll bat with 2 on and 2 out.
Yeah, after going that fastball in and up, I like that pitch selection. Just missed arm side off the plate, though.
$15 RBIs for Austin Wynns. We saw him in the series opener. Went 1 for 3. Giants are just glad to have this guy back in the lineup. He was hit in the head by a pitched ball last week and takes a strike.
There's that good sinker at 94. And this is where Charlie can really go to town when he gets to 0-2. He had Davis 0-2, and that breaking ball backed up, and it's cost him about 10 pitches.
So pitch number 41 is coming. Driven to right field. Ronald is going to get to it, but not before the runner streaks around third and scores. J.D. Davis makes it 1-0 San Francisco. The 2-out walk leads to the game's first run. And Calhoun with good speed all the way around first to third on Wynns' 16th RBI.
He just saw this ball deep and just shot it to right field. Good job by Ronald getting over there to cut this ball off. That gets all the way to the wall. It's probably another run.
So a good approach for Wynns. Good result as well. Here's Lamont Wade, first and third, 2 outs. Wade was hit by a pitch his first time, and strike 1. All this trouble with 2 outs, 2 singles and a walk. Again, he gets to
I was going to say, he's not having a problem getting ahead. It's putting these hitters away.
And the Giants, with all these foul balls, are doing what we said they've done all year already. 45 pitches coming. And this one is cut on and missed, and that will retire the side. The Giants, with 2 singles and a walk with 2 outs, they take a 1-0 lead.
My junior or sophomore year, I don't think.
Neither did I, guys. You see, you really don't need to, okay? Home runs are overrated. You can wait till your senior year, second to last game to hit 1, and you'll get drafted. It's fine.
Yeah. Maybe a total of 10, maybe?
10 is still 9 more than what I had. So you still have to do some work, you know?
So those 2 guys, Jeff, are taking the opposite approach of Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine, who said chicks dig the long ball.
I got to know if that's really true.
So a little power in high school?
Well, I would have thought, I would have thought for sure we'd see a couple long balls in high school, right? Good for them. They saved it all for here. Smart move.
Yeah, Grissom's got 5. Harris has 18 in the big leagues.
You don't get paid in high school. At least it's something.
So, Kelly, what a great interview. That had to be a lot of fun to watch down in the Braves dugout here in San Fran.
It was an absolute blast. And I told you yesterday, I loved how Grissom was kind of able to get the most out of Mike Harris. We saw a ton of personality. But I will say, to the power, Vaughn Grissom did bring it up the other day in the clubhouse that running into Robbie Grossman, he didn't realize how big the dude was. And Michael here suggested, well, there is a weight room at the park. So...
Wow.
It's on. They have so much fun together, just poking fun, goofing off. And I mean, I had a blast doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed it at home.
So one of the troublemakers leads off inning number 3 against Rodon, who's thrown 22 pitches to get 2 outs. Or excuse me, through 2 scoreless innings, I beg your pardon.
Look, Grissom can spend the next 6 months in the weight room every day. If he runs into Robbie Grossman, I'm still taking Robbie to win.
Vaughn had the night off last night. Snit said, hey, he'd been grinding 30 games in a row. Give him a breather. But in there against the lefty today, and there is the first Braves base runner. Grissom takes ball 4, and he represents the tying run in front of Marcell Ozuna.
Tell you what, too. We talked about Vaughn using different people's bats. I just saw him walk and hand the bat boy who handed Robbie Grossman the bat.
Well, why not? Grossman's knocked in 7 runs on the road trip.
So now Vaughn's going to his bat's hot right now. I want to use it.
Ozuna versus Rodon here. And take it high. Did you have superstitions like that when you played?
Some, but not like a bat like that. I mean, I always kind of used, the bats that I had ordered. I'd ordered a different couple models, because you wanted options when you were struggling.
1 ball, no strikes. Would you go as far as Ted Williams? And there's a bad throw. Grissom's going to take second at least. The ball dies in front of the fence. And Atlanta gets a big break on a Wins throwing error. All help appreciated against this guy. E2.
I would say that ball, I mean, the moment it left his glove. Watch this right here. Grissom went out. You can see it just airmailed it. This is a better angle.
And that's another area where the Giants have really stumbled this year. 89 errors for them. They made just 80 last season.
Yeah, you still got, what, 20 games left,
Yeah.
so they might hit close to that 100 mark.
Well, a hit gets you a run. There's nobody out. And an even count for Ozuna. Rodon goes to work. You didn't go as far as Ted Williams and weigh your bats in the heat of the summer, did you?
No, but whenever the bats would come, a lot of Bat Boys guys in the back would go back there and weigh each one, so you knew, because they might be 34, 32 and a half, but some were 32.2, some were 32.7. And that's where I feel like psychologically sometimes for a hitter, that's where, okay, well, this is a little lighter, guy's throwing 98, I need to know that. Even if it doesn't mean anything, mentally that's where you're at.
So you're saying you were superstitious, but in a scientific way.
I never looked at it that way.
There's a shocker. 3 balls and a strike in a 1-0 Giants game. Rodon, a leadoff walk, a Wins throwing error, has Vaughn Grissom at second base with nobody out. Well, the bottom part of this Braves order has been spectacular on the road trip. Didn't get 95 up in the zone. Full count.
You know, you see that and it's 95 up, but plays about 97, 98. Got that quick release.
Marcel was late at 96. And he's the first out of the 3rd inning. 9th place hitter Robbie Grossman's coming up. As I said, Grossman's had a super road trip for the Braves. 2 homers, 7 RBIs, and 5 hits. So he has been very productive.
And another guy that is not the huge splash name at the deadline that a lot of teams tend to try to get, but has been huge for this Braves team.
And nobody could have predicted that Acuna's knee would flare up again here in the last 4 or 5 weeks. How fortunate are the Braves to have had Robbie Grossman on this roster and ready to go in Ronald's stead in the outfield.
Yeah.
Line drive over Crawford's glove. That's a base hit. Here comes Grissom around third. Peterson's throw is going to be cut off, and the Braves tie it. Robbie Grossman does it again. His 8th road trip RBI, and Atlanta cashes in the walk. It's a 1-1 game.
Now, not only they cash in the walk, Chip, but the walk and the error. When you do something like that, you want to be able to take advantage. Robbie gets ready. See how early he was right there? It was like he was preparing for 98 and just threw the bat head at it. And gets rewarded with a single and an RBI.
And surprise, surprise, Vaughn Grissom scores another run. 22 of them in 31 big league games. And now the top of the order comes up. Here's Ronald. He grounded out on the game's first pitch. He's had a good road trip. 8 hits. He's scored 4 runs. And again, if you're just joining us, at 4:30 Eastern time, Ronald playing right field for the first time in a while today as well. Don has taken over the National League's strikeout lead. He and Corbin Burns are neck and neck for that top honor. Spencer Strider, by the way, is 4th. Wow. We'll see Strider pitch the finale against the Phillies this weekend. The pitch is high. Ball 2. So all of a sudden, Rodon's pitch count's beginning to climb after A light workload in the first 2 innings. Walk, strikeout, single, an error thrown in the mix as well. We're tied a run apiece. Little pop hit toward right. Wade near the line. Still coming. He's going to get there. And back to first is Robbie Grossman. There's the second out. So Dansby Swanson is your hitter. He's hit safely in 9 of his last 10 on the road. He is today's Georgia Natural Gas impact player.
Yeah, and on this current trip, 313 with a 958 OPS. You want to talk about a guy that's loved playing the Giants this season. 385 with 4 home runs in the 6 games facing the Giants.
43 of Dansby's 87 RBIs have come with 2 outs.
It's pretty good.
That's real good. Real clutch. 1 RBI for matching his career high. And they've got Grossman picked off with a good throw. And late arriving to the bag was Crawford. Robbie Grossman was picked off by Rodon, and that will end the Atlanta third. The Braves, though, tie it on a base hit from Robbie. 1-1 your score after 2.5. It's a 1-1 game as we wrap up our series with the San Francisco Giants. So far, the pitching matchup has lived up to advanced billing. That's today's Zaxby's indescribably good play feature.
Yeah, since the All-Star break, Morton 3-1 with a 3.38. Rodon 4-3 with a 3.43. So you can see both these guys why you're excited about this pitching matchup. So far, it's kind of lived up.
Charlie Morton has the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Giants. Yastrzemski, Flores, and Jock Peterson coming up. See if he can have an easy time of it. As you said, Jeff, he's gotten 2 strikes. He had a little 2-out trouble in the 2nd inning. And coming into play today, 22 of Charlie's 69 earned runs allowed have come with 2 outs this year.
Yeah, 27 pitches there in that 2nd inning. So see if he can find a way to get a short inning here. Get Rodon back out there and get the offense.
Yastrzemski was Charlie's first strikeout victim today.
And you can see, remember, he's 2 fastballs early the first time, and now steady diet of those curveballs.
A bullet ripped foul off the netting. And one of the Giants' ball dudes will track that down in foul territory. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, they got some good ones here. Ready to make plays.
Love it. Fun place to watch a big league game. The pitch is on the ground into the shift. And that should be no trouble. It's not. And Yastrzemski's retired. Morton gets a ground ball out. His 2nd of those in the game, and a good start to the 3rd inning. For Wilmer Flores is up. Wilmer takes a strike.
Yeah, cutter. We talked about it. We'll see Charlie mix that in every once in a while along with that changeup.
Right off his thumbs and out to 2nd. Grissom with the flip to 1st. Back-to-back ground ball outs. You're right, Charlie mixing things up a little bit. In, out, up and down now. And a little better luck so far with the bases empty. And Jock Peterson coming up. If you want postseason tickets for all potential 2022 postseason games at Truist Park, well, here's how you can do it. Register for the Ticketmaster Verified Fan Program that's open now through September 19th. Verified fans get pre-sale access for all potential playoff games at the ballpark, including the World Series, before tickets go on sale to the general public. Go to Braves.com/postseason for all the information on how to become a verified fan. And those postseason tickets, I believe, go on sale in the next couple of days.
Do that.
So that's exciting to think about. Braves right now the top wild card team in the National League, only a half game behind the Mets.
So that could change by the time we land back in Atlanta tonight.
Cubs helped us out.
Yeah, we got to be big Buccos fans this weekend.
Yeah. We'll get a little more help tonight. Where will we be, Jeff, if the Braves win this game?
All alone in first place.
At the top of the East. Pretty remarkable when you think about it in this day and age. At one point, the Braves trailed the Mets by 10.5 games. And with 3 weeks left, the race anything but decided.
Remember when that was kind of there. Obviously, the Braves weren't playing great baseball. They started to play better. And if you remember early in the season, everything kind of went right for the Mets. Besides DeGrom, health-wise, everybody was good. You know, and then Scherzer kind of went to the IL. Remember Carrasco got hurt.
Remember that stretch of games where the Braves had that long run against sub-500 teams, and they won 21 of 27, something like that? Well, the Mets are in the middle of 16 straight games against below 500 teams, and everybody said, well, they have the much easier ride in, and on paper they do. But the Mets have gone 5-6 in the first 11 of those games.
Which has opened the door.
That's it. Point being, it's a major league team you're playing, and anybody can beat anybody else. Jock Peterson is down on strikes. First 1-2-3 inning for Charlie Morton. Momentum in the Braves dugout, where Dansby Swanson will grab a bat and go to work in a tie game next.
Park, we're all tied up at 1. Dansby Swanson leading things off for the Braves. Of course, the big 2-run shot last night and finished the evening with 3 RBI, which brought his total up, you'll find kind of interesting, to 41 of his 87 RBI this season, coming with 2 outs. And Dansby had a good response to me when I asked him about it last night, saying, I'm still trying to figure out why I can't do it when there's no outs, like right now, gentlemen. But he did say that in those moments, he said, I don't know that I can really explain it, but I just feel like things get a lot slower. I just breathe a little bit better and I see things a little bit clearer. But when Snit said there's nobody else I'd want to have up in those situations, you can certainly understand why with what he's been doing.
Great report, Kelly. That's really been one of the most exciting things about Dansby's development as a player. Chipper Jones used to say all the time, when he took his next step towards superstardom, it's when the game slowed down for him. It looks like it's going very slow in a good way for Dansby this year.
Well, you know, we talk about Dansby a lot. We give you all these numbers, you know, great with 2 strikes, great defense, this and that. But again, I will continuously say he's a winning player. And he's a guy that you want on your team, leading your team every day, because he posts, he plays, and he leads the right way.
Well, you heard that with Vaughn and Michael in Kelly's feature before the game started. When Vaughn asked Michael Harris, who's the sheriff of this team? Who kind of runs the locker room? Who's the quote-unquote leader of this team? Well, we all wondered who that was going to be when Freddie Freeman departed. Well, Vaughn and Michael said, it's Dansby that's wearing the sheriff's hat.
Yep.
So good for him. As Rodon back to work with a 2-2 pitch and fouled away.
I remember just little things like last week having an off day. A bunch of the guys went out, played golf, and Dansby came along. You know, he started to get in golf a little bit just to get around the guys and do that. And I think that's great. You know, I think he's coming in to where he feels comfortable being that leader on this team.
Base is empty, nobody out. And driven out of play, foul. Hey, great catch off to our right. Fan brought the glove and snagged that hot shot on the fly. That was nicely done.
Yeah, this whole area below our booth, about 20 yards to the right and left. There's foul balls coming up here all the time.
Yeah, we're running out of time for you to get
Just
one.
not in here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the Braves cashed in a leadoff walk in the 3rd inning. We take another one here from Swanson. He gets a fresh set of strikes after Robbie Grossman was picked off. Wind blowing out toward left center here at Oracle Park for Dansby, who homered here last night. But not this time. A swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Rodon. And that's how the Braves' 4th starts.
That might have been his best pitch of the afternoon. He climbed the ladder at 96, got Dansby to foul that off, and then that one started about letter high and ended up down by his shoe tops.
This guy's good. He's a really good pitcher.
I mean, I told you, I think this offseason he probably, depending what DeGrom does, if he opts out, whatever, he's going to be one of the 2 highest paid pitchers this offseason.
Verlander might opt out too. That's
yeah, but
one.
because of his age, he's obviously in line for a much bigger payday because of length.
Austin Riley struck out his first time, so with 1 out, he's back to work, and that's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, pitcher's pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Jeff mentioned it. You win today, you put a little more pressure on the New York Mets. They play later on this evening back east.
I remember us sitting on the plane too on the way out here about 10 days ago, and we said, Jim, you could go 5-3. That's a really solid road trip when you think about the off days built in, being out west late in the season.
Driven toward the right field corner, the wind pushing that toward the stands, and it is just foul. Drew Smyly and David Peterson will pitch for the Cubs and Mets respectively up at Citi Field in New York.
Couple southpaws going at it.
That's it. And we'll have an off day at home tomorrow. That will come at a perfect time. Get rested up for the Phillies in a big Eastern showdown. The pitch. Strike 3, shaves off the outside corner.
And that's what makes him tough. He has the ability to backdoor that pitch too. So not only are you thinking, hey, it's coming in to you, but he can also do that, freeze you on the outside corner.
Matt Olson almost had a hit his first time up. Crawford made a great play near the second base bag to get Matt by a step. Matt 4 for his last 50 at the plate. So he's grinding, and a tough guy to try to improve those numbers on. Left-hander Carlos Rodon. Swing and a towering fly ball. That one might reach the cove.
I was going to say, someone in a boat out there is getting that one.
Yeah, back in the old days, they'd have the kayaks that have all the inflatable boats. Dogs are jumping into McCovey Cove to get the souvenirs.
Comes a party.
A little quieter these days with the Giants below 500. The pitch is high. Ball 2.
Yeah, I think an off day tomorrow will be good for Matt too. Chance to rest up, get back home. Sometimes late in the season, like you see, bat drags a little bit. It feels heavy.
Brian Snitker was asked about all the playing time the Braves infield has put together over the course of this long season after the game last night. He just said this is who these guys are. They want to play every day.
100%. That was kind of, you know, Bobby was the same way. I'm going to put my guys out there, and a lot of times I'll take 80% of this guy over 100% of another guy.
So Matt faces a 2-2 pitch. A club leader in bases on balls, now in position to reach with a 3-2 count. Had him off stride and pops it up. And that will take care of the Braves and Matt Olson in order in the fourth inning. The duel continues. We're still tied 1 apiece. For Tyler Matzik for the 2022 Roberto Clemente Award, presented by Capital One, that recognizes players who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLB.com/Clemente21. Home fourth, tie game 1 apiece. VR Crawford and J.D. Davis are coming up versus Charlie Morton. Charlie, with 4 strikeouts in his first 3 innings, retired San Francisco in order for the first time last inning. Line drive to left field, a leadoff hit for VR. Big turnaround first. He's chugging towards second, and he'll make it without a relay from Swanson. So it's a leadoff double for VR, his 5th big league double of the year, and the Giants have a 4th inning threat.
Another pitch, that curveball. You see Charlie put his head down. He was trying to go away. Majority of his bounce. It got that downward tilt to it. That again just kind of backed up.
Well, Brandon Crawford has a job here. Get that man to third at the very least. With nobody out, Crawford tapped back to the mound his first time up. Crawford's just a couple of extra base hits away from tying Buster Posey on the all-time Giants extra base hits list. This is a Giant club that won 3 world championships in the span of 5 years. And Crawford was in the middle of all of that. During that playoff run, the Giants did one of the most classy things I'll always cherish and remember.
Yep.
After they beat the Braves in a playoff series in what was Bobby Cox's final season, in the midst of their celebration, every single member of the Giants, including their then manager Bruce Bochy, stood in the top step of the dugout, doffed their caps, and applauded Bobby Cox. That was big league, as was that pitch. Crawford's retired on strikeout number 5.
And that's where if Charlie can make that pitch, it's so just tough for those hitters, and the fact that you see he's trying to get him over right there. So he sees that breaking pitch and thinks, I'm just going to, you know, kind of roll over on it, and it drops where he can't get to it. Beautiful pitch.
J.D. Davis, the lone Giant to score today. He singled in the 2nd inning with 2 outs. He bats here with a runner at 2nd and 1 out. buzzed the tower. 1 ball, no strikes. Toward the gap in left center, and that's right at the 399 side. That's going to break the tie. And J.D. Davis has the second double of the inning, and the Giants are back in front. A single, a double, and now an RBI for Davis.
He just sees the pitch up and splits that gap to left center.
So the former Met trying to help his former team. He's 2 for 2. And the Braves are down a run with Willie Calhoun, who walked his first time up. First pitch swing, skied towards center. And with his glasses gleaming, Michael Harris hauls that in, and no advance for J.D. Davis. 2 outs.
Good first pitch out for Charlie.
Wins picked up the first San Francisco RBI. Served the ball into right field. Acuna cut it off in the corner. That saved what could have been a second run back in the second inning.
Good sinker, bottom part of the zone.
More curves than fastballs for Morton. The curve has been kind of in and out though today,
Yeah.
wouldn't you say?
I would say to lefties we've seen him much sharper with that curve. To some of the righties here we've seen it kind of back up. Think about it, all 3 hits that these righties have got today have been on that backup curveball.
Morton trying to stop the damage here with 1 for the Giants in the home 4th. Trying to pick up his 9th win. Last time Charlie Morton beat the Giants 7 years ago, back in 2015. Pitch. He is pulled foul past third. It's 2-2.
This is where, to me, that curveball, you know, if he can throw it like he wants to, down and away, you got a good chance for a swing and a miss. What you don't want those are backing up again, and you get a base hit to left field.
Morton knows there's not a lot of margin for error pitching against Carlos Rodon of the Giants. He's down a run. You can live with that. And with 2 strikes, 2 outs, he faces Austin Wynns, the 9th place hitter.
Changeup.
Dangerous pitch, got away with it.
You see his face kind of turned. He knew it too.
That curveball is so important for Charlie Morton. When it's good, it's great. When it's not, It's caused him some problems in today's game. The Giants have 4 hits. Charlie's hit a batter and walked one. Wins a terrific job to fight off a better breaking ball that time. The way the Giants are swinging the bats today reminds you of what the Mets have done all year, right?
Yep, fight you.
Lots of foul balls for the Braves starter Charlie Morton, who's set again with a 2-2. Well, that full count. Lamont Wade's on deck. He's the Giants' leadoff man. Up the middle. Grissom behind the second base bag, fires to first, and that will retire the side. 2 doubles and a go-ahead run for the Giants. We're through 4, and we're glad you're with us. 2-1. Braves baseball from Oracle Park in San Francisco is presented by Truist. Kelly Kroll downstairs by the Braves dugout. Chip and Jeff upstairs with you. The Giants have taken another lead. It's a 2-1 score after 4 innings. Here in the Braves' 5th, Contreras, Harris, and Grissom facing Carlos Rodon for the 2nd time.
Contreras, Harris, we'll see him for the 2nd time. Both, I think that first about that fastball got on him. Hopefully here they have a better idea of that pitch and try to get one back.
A bouncer for William. 1 ball, 1 strike. He and Travis d'Arnaud have been awesome at the plate this year for the Braves. They've combined to hit 34 homers and 92 RBIs. Some of that work for Contreras as a DH, but still quite a combination offensively for Brian Snitker.
Yeah. And keep each other fresh.
That's driven out of play, foul. And give William credit. He was not option A this season to back up d'Arnaud. Remember, the Braves acquired Manny Pena. Very early in the season, Manny had to undergo wrist surgery. Contreras answered the bell, and he is like a man reborn.
It was a huge job by him to step in.
Breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. So Contreras has a leadoff hit for Atlanta, and that brings up Michael Harris. Michael Harris has been hot, as you know. That feature brought to you by Texas Pete.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. He's hitting safely in 18 of the 19 games played. 10 for extra base hits. Current road trip 357 with 7 RBIs and 7 runs for Michael.
See how the Braves play it here as Harris takes a tomahawk high strike. You're a former outfielder. You had a great rookie season yourself. Evaluating Michael's Rookie of the Year candidacy, what has struck you and impressed you the most?
The consistency. I mean, that's what I told you. A lot of young kids, you'll see them. They'll have good numbers, and then they really scuffle for 10 days, you know, where they're just falling in the same trap. I mean, he has just been really consistent from the get-go, playing great defense.
And when he came up at the end of May, just what he gave this team defensively was such an important lift.
Well, and that's what, remember, Brian Snitker said that. He said, look, he's up here for his defense, and whatever we get from an offensive standpoint, we're going to take. Well, little did they know, I think, that he was going to be this effective from an offensive standpoint.
Swing and a miss. Tied him up. Harris is down on strikes for the second time. And that's 7 for Rodon. And Vaughn Grissom, the hitter, he walked and scored the first Atlanta run.
That's the old, tale of, are you ready to play in the big leagues or not? You don't know a lot of times until you bring a kid up and put him there. You prepare him, you do all this stuff, but eventually you find out. I mean, I think they were ready to bring him up, 3-4 weeks before, but Snit kept fighting it, I think, a little bit, because it's like, hey, we want to make sure this kid's ready. And you want to make sure that when he comes here, he doesn't have to go back down.
Right. Well, 43 games above A-ball.
That's
was when Harris got the call here for Vaughn Grissom. 90-something at bats.
Yeah.
At Double-A before he got to the big leagues. This ball into center field. That ball is going to be caught by Yastrzemski. Diving catch in center. Retires Grissom. Tough break. Runner at first now, 2 outs.
Boy, the way that ball was sinking, I thought this ball was maybe going to fall out there. And if it did, it could have been trouble. But I think that's why Vaughn coming up too, what Michael was able to do probably give them a little bit more of sense of confidence of bringing him up.
Ozuna struck out his first time on 96-mile-an-hour heat. And takes another strike here. I don't know if you agree with this or not, but my sense is, Jeff, that something else that's helped Harris and Grissom, and even Spencer Strider too, they don't have to be the guys, they can just be guys.
Yeah, exactly.
On this roster. And right now Marcel's swinging at the invisible ball. It's 0-2.
I would think he's going to come right back with that fastball up above again, tailing away.
Strike 3 on a breaking ball, top of the zone. And Rodon has struck out 8 Braves through 5 innings, and he protects a 2-1 lead.
Saturdays on South. ACC football, you got Maine and Boston College this Saturday at 7:30 Eastern over on Bally Sports South and the Sports app. ACC football on Bally Sports South is presented by your local Ford dealer.
What's going to be the key in that ACC tilt, you think?
It's going to be a defensive juggernaut.
So we'll look forward to that on Saturday night. And we look forward to a quick inning for Charlie Morton, who faces the 1-2-3 hitters for the Giants. Their lead 2-1. Lamont Wade swings the first pitch, and Robbie Grossman is in left center for out number 1. Here's Yastrzemski. He is 0 for 2. Off day tomorrow for the Braves. We'll fly home after the game tonight, and then when the Phillies come to town, Atlanta has set its rotation. Max Fried, Jake Odorizzi, and Spencer Strider will pitch in the first of the 2 remaining series left for the Braves and Phillies.
Wheeler's not back yet, is he?
He is not.
No.
But Bryce Harper is.
Yeah.
And the Phillies are trying to break a long playoff drought. Right now they are the 2nd wild card in the National League. Padres are right behind them. The Milwaukee Brewers are currently 2 games out of the final wild card spot. The real wild card race is over in the American League. 3 teams separated by a half game.
Yep.
Just missed to Yastrzemski. The Toronto Blue Jays have the top wild card record in the junior circuit. Seattle and Tampa Bay tied with identical 79 and 62 records. And the White Sox 6.5 games out of that final playoff spot. Little looper into shallow left center. Michael will gather that in, and quickly 2 men are out.
And where Charlie was at his pitch count, huge quick 2 outs here. If he can get Flores, you got to believe Charlie's coming back out for that 6th inning.
Yeah, 27 pitches in the second, and now 82 in total.
Yeah.
Wilmer Flores is 0 for 2 today.
Good pitch. And to reach across his body.
One ball, one strike for Wilmer Flores. And pitches like that, which are strikes but are seldom called, that's going to change if we ever get to the electronic strike zone.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball has announced 3 major rule changes for next year. Jeff broke those down on the road trip. Ban on shifts, the throw over rule, and the pitch clock to try to improve pace of play in the big league games. Giants bullpen is working, surprisingly. As that ball's popped back toward us and just beneath us. And out of play. It's a full count.
Yeah, I don't know if, he's just tossing to toss a little bit or whatever. I will tell you this, at last inning, you saw the fastball for Rodon go down to 92, 93, 94.
So it's Tyler Rogers who's warming up, and we'll see if he comes in after Charlie Morton just breezed through inning number 5. He has struck out 6. We go to inning number 6. San Francisco has a 1-run lead. Sixth inning, Carlos Rodon had struck out 8 men, Jeff, but he is going to come out of this 1-run game.
I was telling you last inning, some of the pitches that you saw were 92 from him, a couple 93. I think we saw maybe a 94, but that is very low for him. When you're used to seeing, early in the game you saw 95, 96, and even most of the time you see 97, 98. So, we'll see. Hopefully it's nothing seriously wrong with him, but definitely was a tick down.
Well, as good as it is to get one of the best left-handers out of the game, it doesn't get any easier for the Braves offensive lineup. This guy, check out his delivery as he takes his warm-ups. 60 games for Tyler Rogers. He is the quintessential Submariner, now pitching for Gabe Kapler's Giants.
Yeah, coming straight from down under. Done a good job.
So Rodon, 1 unearned run in 5 innings. He allowed just 2 hits, struck out 8. And now the Braves have Rogers to contend with Grossman, Acuna, Swanson, and Riley coming up.
He's one guy that throws from down there, but will throw a lot of different pitches at you. He'll throw the sinker and the 4-seamer, but he's also will throw the slider, changeup, and curve.
Tyler Rogers' twin brother is Taylor Rogers, who pitches for Milwaukee. Surprise, surprise, both with 60 appearances entering play today. So Grossman will flip around, bat left-handed. Robbie has the Braves RBI, a 3rd inning single. 2-1 San Fran. Let me ask you this, what's the key to hitting guys like Rogers and Peter Moylan, who throw with their knuckles scraping the mound?
Well, hitting left-handed is a little bit easier just because you're seeing the ball come into you, but you got to pick out a spot out over the plate. Whoa. For righties coming up, Acuna, Swanson, Riley, they got to look out over the plate, something to get extended on.
Right out of the chute, it's 3-0 for Robbie Grossman. He's trying to win this series, trying to put some pressure on the Mets. We're down a run.
Because he only thrown, what, 70-something pitches, I think.
Not many.
71 pitches, yeah.
And of his first 4 outs, 3 of them were 1-pitch sequences. Top of the zone, full count.
There's that slow one. Just never gets there.
The 3-2 pitch. Line drive. It's a base hit for Robbie Grossman. He is 2 for 2. Big turnaround first. And Atlanta has the tying runner aboard to start the 6th inning.
I was about to say, too, that is a good approach. You know, we talk about the kind of the dumbed down approach, look to hit singles. It's tough to get big on this guy. If you're trying to get big on him, you're going to usually get out in front, pop one up, ground one out. Good job by Robbie shooting one the other way.
So bottom of the lineup, feeding the top of the order. Let's see what Ronald can do. It gets a little tougher now, as you pointed out. Now it's 3 straight right-hand hitters against Mr. Rogers. Acuna 0 for 2 against Rodon, the Giant starter, who left after 5. Ball 1, strike 1 for Ronald, who, if you're just joining us, is playing right field today for the first time in a while. Looking for his 9th hit on the road trip. Grossman a good lead and leaning. The pitch stayed high. Ball 2. On the ground, might be 2. Second base 1. Crawford, beautiful move at the bag. Double play retires Grossman and Acuna, 2 outs.
Man, you couldn't ask for a better spot for this ball to be hit. If it's a little bit more to the right, you might have first and third. Tailor-made double play ball. Crawford with the easy feed. Talk about just different arm angles. You face Carlos Rodon, who's, you know, tall, big, coming at you, and then this one's coming down, like he said. Just, it's tough.
Dansby 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. Got Riley, then Olson. Let's see a left-hander if Swanson and Riley get aboard and Matt comes up. There are, however, 2 outs in the inning, a 2-1 San Francisco lead. Base is empty, 2 outs. We're in the 6th.
These guys aren't chasing right now for the Braves. They're getting good pitches to hit, taking the balls.
Now it's even, 2-2. a full count. With this Atlanta offense, a base runner is a rally no matter the number of outs. And 36 home run man Austin Riley is waiting on deck. First the 3-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. And the Braves are done in the 6th inning. They got a leadoff hit, but a double play and strikeout sends us to the home 6th. Fun run around Truist Park on Saturday, September 17th. All proceeds support the fight against cancer, along with the exciting run around the ballpark. Participants also get a commemorative blooper item. Register today at Braves.com/RunBraves. Atlanta down 2-1 as you see on the Giants scoreboard in San Francisco. Charlie Morton back to work. He's thrown a great game. 7 strikeouts through 5 innings. He's gotten Jock Peterson on strikes twice. Not this time though, as he skies the first pitch to left. And that's out number 1. David Villar is the hitter before Charlie subdues him. Here's a quick word from Truist.
Tim always offered the best advice.
Hit it nice and firm.
Today, Tim is a teammate at Truist, where you can get personalized insights right on the app.
Villar doubled in the 4th inning to lead off that frame. He scored on J.D. Davis's 2-base hit, and that's the difference in the game.
And good job by Charlie with Jock Peterson on it. Got him. I didn't think it got him. It got him. When you strike out 2 times, a lot of times that 3rd time up, Chip, you can imagine you're swinging early.
So Charlie plunks his 2nd batter of the game. You got Wade to start the 1st inning for the Giants. And right off the elbow guard or forearm on the way by to William Contreras. He's hit 17 batters this year. Now Crawford hits. Charlie's had good luck with Brandon, who's 0 for 2.
And majority of them have been on that curveball to lefties, the back foot.
Little more than 25,000 fans here at Oracle Park. 25,093 to be exact. Well, absolutely perfect day for a game. Charlie's gone 3-0 to Brandon Crawford. J.D. Davis, who's 2 for 2 against him, is waiting on deck.
I think the Braves' pen is starting to finally get up now, as Charlie is in the 90s with his pitch count today.
Last time Morton was over 100 pitches was August 3rd. That was 101. He's pitched into and beyond the 6th inning in every start since August 3rd as well. And that looked like it was center cut, but a little high, and 2 are on without a hit for the Giants and only 1 out. That is Charlie Morton's 2nd walk of the game. And here is Davis. Jesse Chavez and Tyler Matzik are getting ready in the Braves bullpen.
I'll see maybe if he can get a little ground ball and get a double play to end this thing.
The double play served the Braves well last night. Charlie's had 13 turn behind him this year. Davis, between the Mets and Giants, has bounced into 10 twin killings.
Let's say, what about a little 5-4-3 action?
A single, a double, a run, and an RBI for Davis. And that pulled off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Can't give the Giants any more. And I think Brian Snitker is going to come out and get Charlie Morton in the middle of the count with J.D. Davis. So Charlie goes 5 1/3 innings. He's allowed 2 runs in the game. He will leave with 2 on and 1 out. Brian Snitker going to the bullpen versus J.D. Davis. We'll see who's in next. Our score, the Giants threaten 2 on with 1 out. They enjoy a 1-run lead. Let's check out Charlie's metrics today. Our StatCast 3D presented by Google Cloud.
Yeah, look at that. Look where he got the one looking up top to Flores, but all the other curveballs down in the zone exactly where you wanted them. And that was a pitch really that I thought at times was in and out, but when he threw it like he wanted to, man, it was really good today.
The man on to pitch has been really good for the Braves. Jesse Chavez, the ageless wonder, a 1.69 ERA while wearing a Braves uniform this year.
He can pitch with Atlanta. Comes here and puts it on and becomes a different guy.
So he inherited a 1-0 count. His second pitch cut on missed, so the count to Davis, the San Fran first baseman, is now 2 balls and a strike. J.D. Davis 0 for 3 in his career against Jesse. And tried to tie him up inside, but now it's 3-1. Davis is having a good day today. Chavez needs to make a pitch here. 3 balls and a strike. And he did.
It's amazing. I know you sit there and look at home and think, how do you miss that pitch? It's 3-1, it's 88, it's right down the middle, and that's the deception and movement that Jesse can get on that pitch.
Runners hold with a 3-2, and Jesse walks J.D. Davis, who reaches for the 3rd time. And now we've got real trouble. Bases loaded, 1 out. Second walk of the inning. In fact, the Giants have loaded the bases without benefit of a hit. And Willie Calhoun is the batter. He's walked and flied out. I told you the Giants have had the most at bats, most runs this year with the bases loaded in the National League. They've done it again here. And a strike.
Calhoun, decent speed. You see Charlie Morton pacing up and down the dugout. If he can get a ground ball towards the middle of the diamond, chance for 2.
A strikeout wouldn't hurt either, and Jesse's in position to do that. Bases full of Giants with 2 strikes. VR the runner at 3rd. Crawford is at 2nd. J.D. Davis is at 1st. There's the Braves defensive alignment. And the count now 1-2. Popped up. Riley battling the sun in foul ground. That's going to be an infield fly and a big second out of the inning.
Wow. What a pitch. Gets to 0-2, waste one away, and then gets him on a fly ball to Austin Riley. Now you got the 9th hitter in the lineup. And you kind of, this is one of those momentum swings. If you can find a way to get this out, you go in. You can see down a little bit and got him out front. Calhoun just popped up.
Well, we saw that last night, Jeff. Remember, the Giants had the bases loaded, 2 outs in the second, didn't score against Kyle Wright. Atlanta got 3 in the third and never looked back.
Exactly.
But we're not there yet with Austin Wynns, the hitter, and Jesse bumps in a strike.
And we showed on the open that relief, our bullpen ERA. That's what they've done. They've come in and been able to put out fires.
Not this time, though. A base hit up the middle. Crawford around third. He's going to score without a throw. And the 9th place hitter Wynns has driven home 3 runs. And the Giants extend the lead to 4-1. That's the first hit for the Giants in the inning. That hurts.
That's a tough thing. 2 walks and a hit batter. Wynns just takes this one right back up the middle. And that's going to be it. Snit's going to the bullpen too.
So 4 runs charged to Charlie Morton through 5 1/3 innings. Jesse Chavez gives up a walk and a 2-run single. And the Giants have runners aboard with 2 outs and 2 in as Lamont Wade Jr. is the next hitter.
Atlanta Braves Baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life. And by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Well, things sadly looking sunny for the Giants at this point in the game. Their number 9 hitter Austin Wynns, 2 singles, 3 RBIs, and that's the margin of the lead for San Francisco. And it's Tyler Matzik who's on for his 36th appearance. He will face Lewis Brinson, who comes on to pinch hit. As we mentioned earlier in the series, the Giants play strict platoons. Left-handed pitcher comes in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Not afraid to go to his bench.
Saw it last night with Jock Peterson. Got pulled when a lefty came in.
So a 2-run 6th for San Francisco. 2 runs on 1 hit.
I really did think we were going to escape that, man. Just that ball found a hole right up the middle. So tough when you get 2 walks and a hit batter, man. You just, last night the Braves were able to get out of it when Kyle Wright did it. Today they were not.
In fact, the number 9 hitters have had quite a day today. Grossman's 2 for 2. Wynns is 2 for 3. And 4 combined RBIs for their respective clubs. And Brinson couldn't check his swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, they got what, 4 out of the 8 hits combined and 4 out of the 5 RBIs combined from the 9 hole.
So you got to hold them right there, Tyler. 1st and 2nd for San Francisco. The Braves will have Riley Olson and Contreras coming up. And now they need 3 runs to get it tied here in game 3. That gets away, and that's going to trickle over by the Braves dugout. Ball in the dirt. That hurts. Now a hit could get the Giants 2 more runs. It's a 2-2 count. Wild pitch.
I think that hit the front of the plate. Right where that little crevice is, because it hopped up hard and went the other way.
Brinson chased, and that will retire the side. The Giants get 2 runs on 1 hit. That hit came from Austin Wynns, and we head to the 7th. Defensive change for the Giants. Mike Yastrzemski now playing right field. Lewis Brinson will stay in the game and play center. Rogers remains in the ball game for Gabe Kapler. He'll go righty-righty with Austin Riley as the Braves try to come back from a 4-1 deficit. Braves put the leadoff man on in the 6th inning, but a double play took him out of that chance to get the game tied.
You're going to get 1 or 2 here. You just get yourself a couple swings away. Put a couple runners on, see what happens.
Sharply hit, but right at Crawford, and he'll crow hop and fire for out number 1. So now you've got Olson, Contreras, and Harris. 2 of those 3 men are left-handed, and the Giants will play matchup here as Rogers a nice job, an inning and a third with 1 hit. He will depart the game with a 4-1 lead, and Matt Olson looking to snap out of a 0-for-2 day today. Scott Alexander will be the new Giants pitcher. We'll tell you about him when we come back. On Bally Sports South and Bally Sports Southeast is presented by Texas Pete Sauce Like You Mean It. That chases, of course, for a 5th straight division title for the Braves, who at the moment are a half game behind the Mets. Jeff, the game's dwindling down to a precious few, and of course we've got that 3-game home series with the Mets, the final 3 regular season games at Truist Park this season.
Well, it's kind of what you expected a while back. And we were talking about 2 months ago saying, man, that last 3-game series against the Mets could be huge, and it's looming to be. Good news, the Braves have taken care of the business in the other part of the wild card. So at the end of the day, you're either second hosting an NLDS or you're hosting a wild card round.
And the only disadvantage of the wild card is you have to play the Friday after the regular season ends, and you don't get to set up your pitching for the next series should you advance. And Scott Alexander is the pitcher. Matt Olson swings the first one and pops it a mile high on the right side. The wind played some tricks with that. But Matt Olson is retired and his woes continue. He is 0-for-3 today, and 2 men are out.
Yeah, I think for Matt, Chip, it's going to be really nice for him to get back home to Atlanta, have an off day tomorrow, and come to Truist Park Friday night. Sometimes just that change of scenery, an off day like that. I bet we see him get a couple knocks and maybe even a big one on Friday night.
William Contreras is 1 for 2. The Braves have a run on 3 hits through 6 2/3 today. And he takes a strike. Hope you'll stick around when the Braves are through hitting for the stretch. That's presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Braves trying to have a happy flight home to Atlanta, but we're down 4-1. Scott Alexander spent 4 years with the Dodgers. Now he's a Giant. These 2 fierce NL West rivals will meet in the next series here in San Francisco. The Dodgers, as we mentioned,
clinched not just the playoff spot, but the West.
Not surprising, huh? The Dodgers 2 wins away from 100. 3 weeks to go. 1-2 for William. Bases empty. 2 outs, and the pitch.
I'll be interested to see how Dave Roberts plays that rest of the time out, because we've said for years, remember in the late 90s, I always said it hurt the Braves that they won the division by so much every year. You lost some of that momentum going into the playoffs. So I think maybe you'll see him the next week give guys breather, and then as you get closer, probably push hard again towards the end.
Conversely, both the Braves and Mets having to fight every single day all the way down perhaps to the final 3 games of regular season to decide the champion of our division.
And I don't mind that, and the fact you'd love to maybe win the division with 3-4 games left to give you a little breather. But I always like the fact that you can go into the postseason too, riding that momentum. You don't have to kind of pull the throttle back. You can just keep going.
Up the middle and under the glove of Wilmer Flores. And there's a start for the Braves. A 2-out single for Contreras, his second hit of this game. He was 1 for 7 on the road trip coming into today's play.
We talk about Wilmer Flores' great offensive work. He said not the fastest guy, and he just couldn't get over to that ball.
Well, we've said it all year long. Michael Harris has been terrific in the late innings. Let's see what he can do with 2 outs and a man aboard. Michael struck out twice and takes a called one here. Little number hit into the shift, and the peg to first is in time, and the Braves are out of luck in the 7th inning. No runs, a hit, and a man left. It's 4-1 San Francisco as we send you back to Atlanta for the stretch. For the 7th inning here in Game 3, the Braves are in their drive for 5, and we've got 3 home series left. You know about the Phillies coming up this weekend. Don't overlook the Washington Nationals, the 19th, 20th, and 21st. Those are 3 critical games. And then, of course, the final 3, as we mentioned, with the New York Mets starting September the 30th. Go to Braves.com/tickets and come on out and see the Braves for the final times here in the regular season in 2022. 2, 3, and 4 on the lineup card for San Francisco. Yastrzemski, Flores, and Jock Peterson are scheduled. Tyler Matzek back to work. He struck out Lewis Brinson to get the Braves out of the 6th inning, where San Francisco scored 2 big insurance runs.
See if Tyler can sit them down 1, 2, 3 here and get 6 outs left.
Two balls and a strike for Yastrzemski from Tyler Matzek. Tyler is pitching for the 3rd time on the road trip. He's had to deal with a lot of traffic on the bases. And a check swing roller, barely foul.
Man, that was going to be dangerous.
As I mentioned, Yastrzemski's a real good hitter, but since June 1st, hitting .172. It's been a tough 2022. And it continues with strike 3. Matzek has struck out the first 2 Giants hitters. 1 man out, and Wilmer Flores coming up.
It's like anything, when things are going great, it's a lot easier to come to the park, get hits when your team's winning like they did last year. When you start to struggle like this year, sometimes it just kind of continues to pile up. It's kind of what's happened to him.
Wilmer Flores on the first pitch. He's going to fly out to left. And Matzek has 3 up, 3 down. And Jock Peterson, the scheduled hitter for the Giants. Looks like San Fran will go to the bench. We'll tell you about that after a quick word from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
Jeff, you mentioned the Giants trying to get younger, trying to get more athletic. Perhaps this guy's part of that puzzle for San Francisco next year.
He's had a pretty good year for them.
Thairo Estrada, 18 stolen base man, 13 homers, 55 ribbies, 20 doubles. And 4 hits in the series against the Braves. On the ground, just fouled at third. That was close. 6 o'clock back east, 3 o'clock here in San Fran. We're glad you're with us here on Valley Sports. Kelly Kroll, Jeff Rancourt, Chip Carey with you. Sadly, it's 4-1 Giants. Charlie Morton, 4 runs in 5 1/3 worth of work. Chavez and Matzek have pitched in relief. Atlanta's offense, 1 run on 4 hits. They tied the game in the 3rd inning. Giants took the lead in the 4th and scored 2 in the 6th, and that's where we stand in Game 3 of this series.
I would say he was trying to come in with that fastball.
2-2. In the Braves' 8th, Atlanta will have Grissom, Ozuna, and Robbie Grossman coming up. Then the top of the order. We have 6 outs left. Might be an early call for the Rally Caps. And did he go? Yes, he did. Tyler Matzek with an impressive inning in the 3rd with 3 strikeouts. Terrific appearance for Tyler Matzek as the Braves wrap up the road trip. Estrada, a pinch hitter, is retired on strikes, and we go to the 8th in a 4-1 game.
4-1 as we head to the top of the 8th. Before we get some runs, let's take a quick message from Landmark.
To celebrate our 40th anniversary, Landmark announces 40 days to save. Nobody beats the Giant. Nobody.
Always the best deal. Always.
Well, it's gotten late in San Francisco. Grissom, Ozuna, and Grossman are coming up. This is John Brebbia. Already 66 games for him.
And he's also had a few spot starts along the way out of the bullpen, so multi-use guy. But one of their better relievers all year. He's put up a good year.
John's first action came with the St. Louis Cardinals back in 2017. Another alumnus of Elon University in Elon, North Carolina, near Greensboro.
Fighting Phoenix, right? I think.
And quickly ahead of Vaughn Grissom, who's the only Brave to score today. That came in the 3rd inning. A walk, an error, and a base hit from Robbie Grossman got the Braves even. Check swing roller to first. And Brebbia to the bag, gets a gift, and there's out number 1 in the Atlanta 8th. Braves will go to their bench and play the platoon advantage. They will bring on Eddie Rosario. Why not? Eddie's had great hitting luck in this ballpark, and he's had a good series. Ozuna ends his day 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
I just really not been able to put base runners on today. It's the 8th inning, and not one of these innings yet have we sent more than 4 guys to the plate.
Rosario 9 for his last 12 at the plate in this ballpark.
That's the good news.
And downstairs, ball 1. Eddie didn't start because a tough left-hander was on the mound. Wanted to take advantage of the right-handed bats. But now he'll try to get a rally started in front of Grossman and Acuna. Braves have 4 hits. Carlos Rodon went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits. The only run was an unearned run, and struck out 8, giving him 220 strikeouts, which leads the National League. Little squibber, that's going to turn into an infield hit. Eddie Rosario waving a magic wand here in San Francisco.
What is it? He just comes here and he continues to get hits. That was big. Now if you can find a way to get Grossman up, you know what? You bring the tying run up with top of the lineup. It's not how hard you hit, it's where you hit it.
And that you hit it, right?
Yeah, well, that's true too.
Put it in play. And something good happened for Eddie, who's at first in front of Grossman, who's a perfect 2 for 2 today. Six home runs for Robbie Grossman. One ball, 2 strikes. Lifted softly toward left. That's near the line. That ball is going to drop fair. Thairo Estrada just checked into left. Couldn't catch up to that ball that hung in the stratosphere. And the Braves have life. They'll bring the tying run to the plate with 1 out.
Well, and you know what? Sometimes when you play in these fields, same pitch that Rosario got, a base hit. His off the end of the bat. And this, you can see they're playing deep. They're playing no doubles. So Estrada with great speed. Just can't get there.
So a 3 for 3 day for Robbie Grossman. And it's all set up for Atlanta to get a couple of runs here. Acuna 0 for 3, hit into a double play in the 6th. Back-to-back hits for the Braves with 1 out. This Braves team has had a knack for late inning comebacks. Can they pull one off today? Right guys are coming up. After Ronald hits, barring a double play, Dansby Swanson awaits.
You can tell the way they're going to pitch to him. Sliders away, fastballs away, the way they're shaded in the outfield. And you can see that right in the corner. They are pinched in center and right. If he could find a way, look at that. If he can find a way to get one in the left center gap right here, he'll run for a day.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out for Acuna. And he couldn't connect. There's the breaking ball. And Atlanta's down to its last out in the 8th inning. An 0 for 4 day for Ronald.
That was a good slider.
Well, how many times have we counted on Dansby Swanson with 2 outs to come through for the Braves?
Kelly had that report earlier talking about 2 outs and how he kind of just takes it to another gear. See if he can lock in here and at least keep the line moving.
Almost half of his 87 ribbies have come with 2 outs. A belt tie strike. It's 0-1. It's been a great time for Dansby's first career hit against Mr. Brebbia. The pitch is rolled foul, reaching for that. And now it's 0-2. Jackson Stevens and Colin McHugh are warming in the Braves bullpen. We've out-hit the Giants 6-5. 3 of the 6 hits from Robbie Grossman. Contreras has 2 hits. Rosario off the bench has the other. It's been slim pickings for everybody else. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. As you said, his bread and butter is that outside corner. Dansby wisely spit on that one.
And that's where Dansby can trust himself, knowing that, look, I'm going to cover that outside area, and if it does come in, some of the quickest hands in baseball to pull them in.
Dansby's got the count even now, 2-2. And almost picked off a seagull that was flying by on that foul ball to the right.
Yeah, they better hold off a little bit longer.
Got a couple of them doing laps around Oracle Park here in the 8th inning. But this game not over by a long shot. The Braves have the tying run at the plate, but down to their last strike in the 8th inning. The pitch. Lifted foul again.
They're making them work. I'll tell you that.
Rosario and Grossman lead. The pitch. Line drive, well hit center. Brinson, though, is there, and that will retire the side. The Braves threaten, can't break through in the 8th inning. Giants protect a 4-1 lead. Our next Bally Sports broadcast of Braves baseball will come at home at beautiful Truist Park. You know what it'll be, Jeff.
The Friday night showdown.
That's right. It's presented by Kaiser Permanente. The Braves and Phillies hook up. Our coverage starts at 6:30 Eastern Time. The Phillies have not set their rotation yet. We know Max Fried will get things started on Los Bravos night. That'll be a lot of fun as we have 9 home games left in Atlanta, Georgia during the regular season. We've got an inning and a half left, we hope, here in San Francisco. Jackson Stevens on for the San Francisco 8th with the Braves down 4-1. Stevens will face VR, Crawford, and J.D. Davis. It's been this part of the order that's given the Braves more trouble today.
The part that's really put the runs up today for the Giants.
David Villar scored 2 of their 4 runs. And Jackson turns her loose and delivers a strike.
The top part of the lineup's really got shut down today.
Yeah, all 5 of their hits have come from Villar's spot in the order to the bottom.
Yeah, first 4 in the lineup. 0 for 15 with 8 strikeouts combined today.
So right now, Charlie Morton on the hook. Rodon in line to win his 13th. If things stand the way they do in the 9th, the Braves will have Riley, Olson, and Contreras scheduled. Camilo Doval is the San Francisco closer.
We didn't see him Monday night because he had pitched 2 days in a row in Chicago.
Little dribbler. Stevens to his right. Sets and fires, and Olson handles a sinker beautifully for out number 1. That was a real tough play for Matt. And Villar's retired to get the 8th inning started.
Great pick here. That ball, if Matt can't make that pick, he might be all the way at third base. Jackson knew he had to get rid of it quick, and a good scoop, as you see.
Well, you know, the former high school quarterback is plenty mobile to make the play. And Jackson gets his man for out number 1. Here's Crawford. He walked in the 6th inning. Oh, it makes that 6 so frustrating for the Braves. 3 base runners without a hit, and then with 2 outs, the 9th place hitter comes up, and Austin Wynn smacks a 2-run single to extend the lead.
Kind of like we talked about Dansby with the 2-out RBIs, Chip. It's demoralizing. You know, you get bases loaded, 1 out, you get that big 2nd out without allowing a run in, and you think, all right, I can get out of this thing. And then that hit kind of blew it open a little bit.
Yeah, all 3 of Wynn's RBIs with 2 outs today. And they're biggies. Giants lead 4-1, trying to win the series. And the Braves need a rally to pull into a tie with the Mets pending the outcome of their game later on with the Cubs. That game will start while we make our way to the airport and fly home after this long, what, 12-day road trip? Feels like it's been a month.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Back to the mound. Easier play for Jackson this time. And Crawford has an offer and is the 2nd out. J.D. Davis, the final San Francisco hope in the 8th, but first a word from Zaxby's.
Try Zaxby's Chicken Finger Plate with Tongue Torch, Zax Sauce, or any of our sauces.
Davis has a perfect day at the plate.
He was one of the reasons they traded him and swapped him and Darren Ruff. Not so much offensively, but trying to get younger, trying to get a little more athletic. Feel like he could give them a guy that could play left field in the outfield.
Today he's playing first base for the Giants and has had no issues. As Stevens goes to work with a 1-0 count and in for a strike. Big curveball. That was pretty. And it's 1-2.
He really catches those hitters off guard with that because he's, you know, big frame guy out there, throws hard with that sinker, and then you kind of throw that slow curve. It's a lot of hitters kind of frozen in it.
And you throw 194 and you get a late swing.
Yeah.
Braves have 3 outs left. They'll need 3 runs as they try to win their 89th game. Remember, the Braves won 88 games all of last year. After today. The last 19 games for Atlanta are all against the East. Braves are 6-6 with the Phillies. They have 7 left against them. 7-9 against the Mets. 3 games left against New York.
6 with the Nats.
Against whom the Braves are 10-3, and then the final 3 games of the season against the Marlins, who are 12-4.
It could be so funny. You end up playing the Mets, you know, and I don't know where it's going to be at that moment, but such a big 3 games. And then you tack on 3 more, and the Mets got the Nats, Braves got the Marlins. Interesting, those games could come down to. Braves have played great against Florida this year.
2-2 pitch is popped out of play, foul. I think we can try to petition Don Mattingly to rest Sandy Alcantara, Pablo Lopez, and Edwin Cabrera. Don't even think about having them come to the ballpark that final 3-game series.
And make sure you call up Bryce Elder for a spot start.
There you go.
I think they're going on 13, 14 innings now without scored a run off him.
Pitch number 17 for Jackson. Fouled away to the left.
It's hanging tough. Try to overthrow that one a little bit.
So it's a full count for J.D. Davis. And on the ground, nice stab by Matt Olson. Stevens to the bag. And that will send us to the 9th inning. It's rally time for the Braves. Heart of the order coming up. We need 3 to tie. It's a 4-1 Giants game. Game. Let's check out our T-Mobile coverage cam. Robbie Grossman's had a terrific road trip and a terrific day today in San Fran.
Yeah, he has stepped up. 3 hits today for Robbie. Got the only RBI of the game early on against Rodon with the line drive to left field. See that great road trip for Robbie. And he's doing it from both sides of the plate, which is to me even more important.
So you get a look at the new Giants pitcher, Camilo Doval. He is the San Francisco closer. Doval has a tough inning. He's got Riley, Olson, and Contreras coming up with a 3-run lead. He's 22 of 25 in saves. But as you see, Jeff, 69 strikeouts, 26 walks. He will walk a man or two, and all help would be appreciated here in the top of the 9th inning.
He will. He's got that big fastball. He's got a slider. Slider's really his go-to pitch. Batters are hitting 167 off his slider this year with 51 strikeouts. So, like anything in these situations here early on, got to get a couple base runners. That's what you're telling yourself. And you know what? If it's a couple via the walk, you will take that no problem.
Well, the Giants got 2 runs on 1 hit in the 6th inning. Let's see if turnabout is fair play here in the 9th. As Austin Riley will get things started. Riley 0 for 3 today, 1 for 11 in this series. And Matt Olson hoping for a good 9th inning and then some home cooking to get hot again for Atlanta. As Duvall with that big arm throws the first one center cut at 99 miles an hour. .100 on the black. Well, you talk about a Giant staff today that's had different arm angles, different stuff, different looks for a opposing offense. It's been a tough ride for the Braves bats here in game 3. And Riley down on 3 pitches and strikes out for the 3rd time. 1 away in the 9th.
Yeah, he didn't mess around that time. Came with the fastball. Right on by.
Matt Olson is 0 for 3 today. He's hit a couple of home runs against the Giants. One of them came against Mr. Duvall. A nice way for Matt to break out of a slide. So it's 0-2. Let's flash back to our series in Atlanta, June 21st.
Yeah, see now with the line drive. Usually that side you get the moon shots. That one was on a line.
Favorable wind blowing for the left-handed Braves first baseman, Matt Olson. And he's down on strikes, and the Braves have 1 out left. Austin and Matt are going to relish the mental break tonight and tomorrow, I would think.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys, top 4 in the lineup today, 0 for 16 for the Braves. And I've told you, you push, and the idea that you're finally getting to go home. And like I said, not even home. The last 19 are going to be in the division on the East Coast. It's comfortable. Remember last year the Braves had to go out west, what, twice towards the end of the season.
Yeah, that was
rough.
Rough ride, but Atlanta did a great job. They're going to come home with a winning road trip. But now we're down to our last strike and the first score in this Eastern race on this September 14th.
Let's see. Gassed up 101 on a cutter.
No thanks. A ball and 2 strikes. That is your ball game. Duvall strikes out the side in the 9th inning. And the Giants take 2 out of 3 from the Braves. 4-1 is your final score, Jeff. Atlanta wraps up its last long road trip of the season. And as you said, everything left now is within the division, and it's all there for the taking for Atlanta.
Yeah, look, this was a tough one today. You really couldn't get anything started. Never had many opportunities. And Charlie Morton tried to grind it out. That 1 inning, 2 walks and a hit by pitch came back to really cost the Braves. With that being said, you're going home. You either gonna, when you wake up tomorrow, you're either going to be a half game or 1.5 behind. You got 19 games on the East Coast in your division, so everything you want is still in front of you. And I'll tell you this, a well-deserved off day for this Braves team tomorrow. It has been a long trip, and I know they're going to be excited to get back home.
As will we, and we will join you on Friday night for Game 1 of our series with the Philadelphia Phillies. Max Fried will get the series started at Truist Park on the Friday night showdown. Fireworks and fun to follow as Atlanta takes on the Fightin' Phils in our last home series against Philadelphia this year. Hope you'll stick around for Braves Live. That's presented by Xfinity. For Kelly Kroll and Jeff Francoeur and our entire crew, I'm Chip Carey. We thank you for joining us. Giants beat the Braves 4-1 your final, and we'll wrap it up on Braves Live coming up next.